Hey, good morning, everybody. George Fox here for 57 Businesses, and I also work extensively with the Integritas Group. I want to just thank Andre right off the bat here for setting up and developing uDevelop TV. And thank you, Chris Lopez, for picking this amazing book that we're doing right now in our book club and reviewing. We're supposed to read the first 2 chapters. I got so excited, I actually read the first 2.5 chapters and started the exercises in chapter 3. This is a phenomenal book. No surprise, it's a national bestseller, How to Master the Art of Selling by Tom Hopkins. It's an incredible book. It really highlights all of the things that I already know and do in my business as an entrepreneur, but it reinforces them, and of course it gives me a whole new perspective on many of the things, and there's always new stuff to learn. One of the biggest things about being an entrepreneur is constantly learning. In fact, Tom talks about that in his book here. The first chapter basically highlights what's going to be in the book, talks about the profession of selling, why it's, in Tom's opinion, one of the best professions on this earth. It's a way we can actually help people. When you're selling properly, it's really all about helping somebody find a solution for their need, desire, or problem. And there's a way to do that. And the better we can communicate with somebody, the better the chances that they're actually going to end up buying our product or service that's going to solve their particular problem, need, or desire. The thing that I really liked about chapter 1 here is he talks about the 7 basics that'll make you a great salesperson. Really about mastering the art. There's 7 things he's going to go through in this book. One is prospecting. Of course, if you can't prospect, how can you build a business? It is not possible. You have to be able to prospect. And you have to be able to do this, not have to, you really want to be able to do this in a highly professional manner. And that's one of the things that we teach. I know that Chris and Jason teach that, and a lot of the people that I work with and have mentored me teach that as well. There's a really professional way to approach somebody, and as you're mastering the art of selling, learning that approach is absolutely huge. The worst thing that can happen when you approach somebody professionally is you end up with a friend. That's the worst thing that can happen. The second thing he goes into here is really how to qualify a prospect, to find out if they actually have a need, a problem, or a desire that you actually have a solution for. And talking to people and qualifying them so you're not wasting your time talking to the wrong people. He goes into how to put together a top-notch presentation, how to present the right material to people that they're actually interested in. Of course, that's based on the qualification. And he does a lot on objection handling. You know, we market the highest rated nutritional products in the world in one of the businesses that we're running. And the business opportunity is absolutely phenomenal. Even with that, when you have the highest quality product that beats all the other ones worldwide, you still can run into objections when you're working with somebody, even though the solution you have can help them with one of their major health issues, their health problems. If it's an athlete that wants more performance, objections arise. And how you handle those objections can make the difference between somebody actually seeing that you have a legitimate, valid solution for their problem, or them going on and trying to find something else, or going without the solution, worst case. He talks about closing the sale. There's some really good stuff in closing the sale. I'm excited to learn some more techniques for closing the sale. And he also talks about getting and having referrals. I have referrals in my business, and having referrals in a business is absolutely huge. So those are the 7 things that he talks about in this book that he goes into detail. So I'm going to be excited as we go through this book to pick up a lot of these pearls of wisdom he has that have helped him and so many other people become highly successful in the art of selling. Right into chapter 2, he talks about the 12 sources of sensational selling success. These, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you want to read this book. He talks about them. One of the things that a lot of people think somebody that can sell, an entrepreneur, is born, and that is not the case. This is something you learn. If you didn't learn it when you're young, you can learn it now and you can perfect it. And he talks about the 12 things that a top salesperson, a super salesperson, actually embody. And very exciting to read what each one of these words. A good gut check as you go through this. If you're truly interested in having a highly successful business and being a successful entrepreneur, you definitely want to embody these 12, I'll call them characteristics. But they're all things that we can learn. So that was go ahead and read chapter 2. And the second thing he had in chapter 2, it's called the SPR formula. Stimulus, pause, response. Like I said, a lot of this material isn't brand new. My wife, who actually works with a lot of pregnant women, she calls it active listening. And then when you need to take that pause, she calls it the pregnant pause. It's really important to master that and to practice it. It's something I've had to work really hard on. If you're an enthusiastic person like I am and you have a lot of knowledge that you want to share with somebody, it's really easy to overpower a person and not give those pauses so they have actual time to process the things you're saying. And a lot of times you need the pause just so you can gather your own thoughts. I hope all of you out there who haven't done a video response yet to uDevelop TV, this is a great way. I know it's hard to get in front of a camera. One of the skeletons in my closet I had to deal with over the last 3 years is speaking in public. And of course, getting on a camera and putting that out for everybody to see is essentially speaking in public. And doing the training sessions I've been doing extensively over the last 6 months online has dramatically improved my ability to get in front of a crowd of people and connect with them and give them the information that can actually help them be more successful. So with that, I'm going to sign off for now, but if you don't have this book, How to Master the Art of Selling by Tom Hopkins, get this book. No question about it. A national bestseller, and for good reason. With that, I'll sign off for now. See you all next week when we review the next chapter. Bye for now.